Hello and welcome to fifth part of presentation on the second unit turn-off methods of SCR. Myself Sanjit Kumar Singh, lecturer in Electronics and Telecommunication Department at Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology, Bhandar. So in this presentation, we'll see the protection circuits of SCR from our voltage, our current using snubber circuit and crowbar in particular. These are the two unit outcomes. So why we require a protection circuit? A thyristor we know is subjected to our voltage and our currents due to many reasons, particularly during the on time when we turn on the supply uh, and the SCR is turned on. So there is a high di by dt or rate of rise of current is very high, and that may cause damage to the SCR. And typical rating of the di by dt is 20 to 500 ampere per microsecond, and similarly the high voltage rise is also one of the cause for false triggering, and the typical value for dv by dt is 20 to 500 volt per microsecond. Sometimes a spurious signal at the gate cathode will lead to unwanted turning on of the SCR, and therefore this too has to be avoided using gate protection circuit. A thyristor must be protected from all such abnormal conditions for satisfactory and reliable operation. False turn on of a thyristor by large dV by dt can be prevented by using a snubber circuit, which consists of a resistor and capacitor across the thyristor to be protected. So now let's see the snubber circuit. Here we can see it consists of the snubber circuit consists of a capacitor and resistor in series, and these two components are connected across the SCR to be protected. The CS is sufficient to prevent the unwanted dV by dt, that is rate of rise of voltage triggering of the SCR. And when the switch is closed, when this is closed, then sudden voltage appears across the SCR, and the capacitor CS is behaving as short circuit, and due to that the voltage across the SCR will be 0, and there is a series resistor RS in the path of the discharging current, so that it limits the discharging current and therefore protects the from the di by dt by reducing that di by dt to a safer value. So in practice, RS, CS and the load circuit parameters form an underdamped and underdamped and underdamped and underdamped circuit, so that dV by dt is limited to acceptable values. Our voltage protection: internal voltages caused by thyristor, particularly during the commutation operation, and during turn-off process, anode current reverses due to stored charges. This reverse current rises to a peak, then decays abruptly with large di by dt. And because of the series inductance here, because of the series inductance uh, L of the SCR circuit, large transient voltage, that is L di by dt, is produced, which may be several times the reverse breakover voltage or breakdown voltage, and thus might damage the device. So external voltage protection comes from supply lines or the load circuit due to the interruption of the current flow in an inductive circuit, and also due to lightning strokes. When a thyristor converter is fed through a transformer, voltage transients are likely to occur due to energizing and de-energizing of the primary winding and induced to the secondary winding. So how to reduce or suppress the over voltage arising in a SCR. So for that, generally we select thyristors that is having a peak rating of 2.5 to 3 times their normal peak working voltage, and the RC circuit is connected consisting of a resistor and capacitor, that is called the Snauer circuit, and there is a non-linear resistor called voltage clamping devices. So these voltage clamping devices have a negative resistance characteristics or falling resistance characteristics with increasing voltage, and the material that is used is a selenium thyrector diode, which is of inferior quality as compared to the metal oxide varistors, and the avalanche diode suppressors are used in protecting the SCR against over voltages. So overcurrent protection, how to provide the overcurrent protection? For that, overcurrent, how it is arising is due to faults or short circuit or surge currents. Thyristor's junction temperature might exceed the rated value and damage the device. So source impedance, particularly in the weak supply network, will be sufficient to limit the overcurrent, and filter inductance are used in AC, DC motor drives, and motor impedance circuit is also playing a role in that to protect from overcurrent protection. And the other method we have is to use conventional fuses or the circuit breakers, or very fast acting current limiting fuses provide overcurrent protection. So this is how overcurrent protection is provided using these components or circuits. And here we have the electronic crowbar protection. So electronic crowbar protection is given by connecting a thyristor, that is crowbar thyristor, across the supply here, or power across the power converter. A thyristor possesses high surge current capability and therefore can be used in an electronic crowbar circuit for protection of power converters using SCRs. An electronic crowbar protection provides rapid isolation of the power converter. So this power converter is rapidly protected by this crowbar thyristor. Here we can see this is connected across the input DC. Here we have the input DC with the main fuse and the crowbar thyristor. So a current sensing resistor detects the value of the converter current, and when it exceeds the preset value, gate trigger circuit is activated and provides the gating signal to the crowbar thyristor, and thus turning on the crowbar thyristor, and for a moment it will carry the extra current, and as it continues for some time, then this main fuse is blown up due to the heating effect caused, and thus breaks the supply to the power converter, and thus it provides the protection. So this fuse can be replaced with another fuse, or it can be replaced with a circuit breaker in some applications. Now, how gate protection is provided? For providing the gate protection, we can connect a Zener diode across that will protect from over voltage. Why we require the gate protection? Because unwanted triggering may occur of the SCR due to over voltage and over current. So to protect it from over voltage, Zener diode is connected at the gate, and R2 resistor is providing the protection against overcurrent. Then the gate terminal can be twisted, or it can be shielded cable, so that any EMF due to or a varying flux caused by nearby transients, the variations in the supply due to any reason, will not introduce any EMF into the gate, and therefore it is avoiding the spurious or noise firing. And lastly, we have the resistor R1 and C1 also connected, that will bypass the noise signal rather than triggering the SCR. Moreover, here we can see there is a heat sink to keep the temperature under control, so that will provide the thermal protection from thermal damage. And here we have the di by dt coil that will protect it from a high rate of rise of current. So only the snubber circuit is not sufficient. Most generally it is followed by it is having coil. So these are the references for further studies, more detailed studies. Thank you very much.